Hi, today we're going to look at some portion sizes so that we can help our kids eat the proper portion sizes and help them to start using their eyes to see how much a proper size is rather than using their stomach. So today, let's talk about snacks. So let's say that we're home from the grocery and we have some different kinds of snack foods to look at. Maybe we have some whole grain pretzels, and instead of when your children are asking for a snack to say, well, here's your bag of pretzels, instead of giving them the whole bag and then letting them see how much they're hungry for, instead we can do something different. We can look at the label and see how much the proper size is. So Brady, if you look and see how many are in one serving of these pretzels.
17 pieces.
17 pieces for one serving, which is quite a bit. And then how many, Allie, are in the whole bag?
About 16 servings.
About 16. So this is another way to kind of stretch your budget. Instead of allowing your child to eat however much they want and thinking that, we don't have as much money to eat the healthier foods, instead if we properly portion size out the pretzels, we're going to last a long time because we're going to have about 16 different servings. So Allie, if you'll pass me that plate. And then Brady, if you open that pretzel bag. And then go ahead and open that up. And then Abby Grace, we're going to count out. How many did we say was in one serving?
17.
17. So Brady, pour us out a pile here and we'll work together. And if you keep some snacks like this, easy access, go ahead and pour out some more. In your cabinets, then when your kids are hungry, they can go in and grab, instead of the whole bag, grab the proper portion sizes. So let's all grab a baggie and we'll count out 17 pretzels and make this easy work. So let's talk about cereal. So I know a lot of times in the morning, that's an easy way to get some whole grain into your child and a healthy way to keep them active, have that energy that they need in the morning. So first of all, we'll check that label, and it does say what on the top there?
Whole grain.
So we know it's a good, healthy choice. And let's grab the two bowls, Allie, and let's look at the difference in these. So we can see which bowl is a lot bigger, Abby Grace? This bowl. So how much is in one serving, Allie, of this whole grain cereal?
About 3/4 a cup.
About 3/4 cup. Let's grab that white measuring cup, and we're going to move it over to the 3/4 cup line. So Brady, if you'll move that over to the 3/4 cup line, and we'll open these up. And let's look at what the difference is in pouring 3/4 a cup into the big bowl versus the proper size bowl, because having the right size bowls is also going to help your child stay healthy. So we've got it measured out to 3/4 cup. Brady, why don't you pour those in? Okay, we can get a few more in there maybe. Okay, so here's what 3/4 of a cup is going to look like in the big bowl. It kind of swallows it. Doesn't look like you're getting very much. Brady, if I gave you that in the morning in that big bowl, would that look like it was going to fill you up? No, probably not. Okay, let's measure out, Abby Grace, how much is going to go in the smaller bowl and see if that's going to help. Okay, so let's pour that in. And Alex, you grab those two different spoons and let's look at that too. So as you can see, just having it in a smaller bowl makes it look like it's a lot more cereal. So this is the proper portion size. Also, spoons are going to also help make a difference in how your child eats. If we have a large spoon, this cereal is going to be gone in 2 or 3 gulps. But if we have a smaller spoon, it's going to help them take their time, eat a little bit slower, and get the right proper portion size. Now, if they're still hungry, also other great choices to do is put a little bit of fruit on top. It's going to help add some taste and some color, and also, of course, a lot of nutrients to their cereal too. So that's another great way to add some flavor and add some color into their diet. Okay. Now let's take a look at, let's get the 2 different size plates. And let's look at the proper sizes and ways to help your kids eyeball the right amounts by household things that they're used to seeing. Let's take, for instance, the proper size of meat. Let's look at the proper size of meat. So Brady, if we were going to have the right size of meat, what should it be the size of?
Deck of cards.
A deck of cards. So if you could see, if we have this large plate and you're putting this for your child, it's not looking like it's going to be enough for them. Immediately they're going to think this is not enough food. But if we're going to put it on a little bit smaller plate, that's also going to make a big difference. So meat should be the size of what, guys?
A card
A
deck.
deck of cards. So that's going to be first a helpful thing to look at. Let's look at spaghetti, because that's another thing. When we have pasta, a lot of times we're used to that taking up the whole plate and kind of having our noodles fall off over the plate. But really, our pasta should kind of be a side item so that we have plenty of room for salad and a whole grain bread maybe to go along with that. So spaghetti really should be a side choice. Well, if we have it on this big plate, are you going to think that's enough to fill you up?
No.
No, it's not. But if we're going to put it on a smaller plate and maybe as a side item with some salad and some bread, that's going to look a lot better, right? That's going to be more. So how much should your spaghetti look like? What's the proper portion size?
A computer mouse.
Computer mouse, which may seem small, but it's just getting used to the proper portion size is going to help us out a lot. Let's look at pancakes. We all love to have pancakes in the morning, right? So pancakes should really be the same as
A CD.
a CD disc. So if we're putting it on the proper portion plate, it's going to look a lot healthier and it's going to appear like it's filling us up a lot more than if we put it on this larger plate, which is going to kind of get lost on there. Let's look at fruits and veggies, because that's something maybe we're not getting enough of the proper portion size. A lot of times in the classroom when I hold up this broccoli, kids are thinking that's a whole lot of broccoli to eat. But really this is one serving, so a light bulb size should be what you're looking at whenever you're going to eat broccoli. Let's look at cookies, Allie. So cookies, what should it be the same size as?
The size of a yo-yo.
A yo-yo. Let's look at that pancake again. A lot of times, are we used to seeing cookies that look more like this? We are, aren't we? But really, this CD is going to be about 3 or 4 of the proper amount of cookies. So really, a yo-yo size is a great way to think about the proper amount of cookie. So these are just some easy ways to help your kids think about eating the proper portion sizes, getting their eyeballs used to seeing the right amounts. It's going to be a little different for them at first. Usually when I'm in the classroom and I show kids the proper amounts, they're very surprised at how small those amounts are. But whenever they get used to seeing that and you use items that they're used to seeing, it's going to help them to make healthy choices and keep your family healthy for life.